Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 scariest webcam videos ever recorded. In the past, to take a video, you'd need a proper camcorder, but now built into every computer is a webcam. But because these webcams are recording all the time, sometimes they pick up things which are pretty scary. From mysterious women live streaming on Twitch, to people setting up webcams and capturing amazing things in China. Before we get into it, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too. Coming in at number 10 we have Chip Chan. Today many people live stream a lot of their lives. Some people enjoy sharing things with their friends on Facebook via live streams. And some people even make multi-million-dollar careers out of live streaming like Ninja. Well, if you thought that was dedication, then check out Chip Chan. Chip Chan live streams her entire life on YouTube and has been doing so since 2008. But the strange thing about Chip Chan is she never stops live streaming. Chip Chan appears to be from South Korea and does keep a blog. However, her blog makes absolutely no sense. When she first began getting an audience, viewers assumed she'd passed away. This is because for increments of 12 hours or more she wouldn't move. But Chip Chan is very alive and has been live streaming 24/7, 365 days a year for 10 years straight. Some say that she may be being held against her will, and when some experts and translators looked into her, they discovered something strange. They found signs that she may have a chip implanted in her by a kidnapper, causing her to sleep 12 hours a day. She never leaves her house or does anything. And the most popular theory is she's suffering from schizophrenia and doesn't stop recording her life. Next up is Hammer Girl. Did you know that 30% of people in the world actually sleepwalk? But out of that 30% of people, only half actually know they sleepwalk. Many people get up in the night, walk around and then go back to sleep, not even knowing they were sleepwalking. Well, Shauna Carpenter was one of those people. After she woke up, she kept seeing things be misplaced in her kitchen. At first, she thought someone could be breaking in, so she turned on a webcam overnight. The next morning, she woke up and she could feel blood on her head. So she checked the camera's footage and she was stunned at what she saw. The camera showed her sleepwalking into her kitchen. She then picked up a hammer and swung the hammer at the webcam various times. Then she begins to slam her head into her computer over and over. She then walks back to the kitchen, puts the hammer back and turns the light off. This is a very creepy insight into the world of sleepwalkers. And you never know, you may be a sleepwalker yourself and not even know it. Next up is Giant Roach. So many people don't like cockroaches. In fact, they're seen as one of the most disgusting insects in the world. Well, one day a man was live streaming on Twitch when a giant roach crawled onto his back. At first he was none the wiser as the roach was very light. But after people in his Twitch chat room began telling him a roach was on his shoulder, he didn't believe them. That was until he turned his head and saw the gigantic roach on his shoulder. He then gets up and freaks out. He yells to his girlfriend to try and get the roach off, but she starts screaming too. This isn't exactly the scariest video on this list, but it is pretty gross. Can you imagine a giant cockroach crawling right up your shoulder without you knowing? That guy should count himself lucky the Twitch chat told him about this roach, otherwise it could have crawled onto his head or mouth.
Is that you? Is there something on the back of my neck right now?
Next up is Burglary. So it's always scary seeing a crime caught on camera. One night this streamer was playing a game on Twitch. Suddenly she heard something outside, so she asked her boyfriend to go check if it was one of the cats. But as the boyfriend's checking, suddenly men kicked down the door and barged into her room with guns drawn. Luckily, as these burglars broke into her house and went through her belongings, people called 911. You see, the burglars didn't realize they were being recorded live to thousands of people. Afterwards, the streamer was fine and made a YouTube video thanking her fans for all their support. Next up is Sky City. So we all know that China is known for big buildings and cities. But a few years back, a man recorded something very strange in China on his webcam. This man and various other people recorded a sky city floating above China. As you can see, in the sky appeared to be a group of skyscrapers floating above the clouds. Nobody has an explanation to what this actually is, but there's many theories. Some say it's quite simply an optical illusion, while others say this is some kind of parallel universe. Some even say this was a test by NASA, or perhaps part of the HARP program, which is a secret government program to control the weather. Whatever this thing is, it's very creepy. If it was just this one guy's webcam recording, you may assume it was fake. but various different people in China recorded this all at the same time, so it definitely was there. The only question is, what was it? Next up is Wake Up Baby. Today, many parents use a baby monitor to keep tabs on their baby and make sure it's okay. Some of these baby monitors have audio while others have video and audio. Of course, parents watch and listen to their baby to protect it. But how creeped out would you be knowing that someone else is watching your baby? One night, two parents woke up to their worst nightmare when they heard noises coming from in their baby's room. There was a strange man's voice saying "Wake up, baby." At first, the parents were terrified and they assumed someone had broken into their house and was in their baby's room. But when they went into the room, they were stunned as there was no one there. They soon realized a man had hacked into their baby's monitor and was spying on their child. This man was not only watching the baby but also talking to it. Their baby monitor had a two-way microphone, meaning this guy could talk to the baby. The man kept repeating the phrase "Wake up, baby" and then began yelling obscenities. Experts looked into it and they realized the baby watch was able to hack the system using the home's Wi-Fi network. But isn't it creepy a man would not only want to spy on a baby but scare it too? Next up is Snapchat Ghost. Nowadays, every kid and young adult is using Snapchat. It's the new way to message and is full of gimmicks like fun filters. But sometimes, these filters can be terrifying. Many ghost hunters use various different pieces of technology to capture ghosts. But sometimes it turns out all you need is a Snapchat filter. One day a woman was lying in her bedroom trying to use the face filters on Snapchat. That was when she realized that the face filters recognized a face in her room when there wasn't one there. This woman concluded that the camera may be picking up a ghost she can't see with her human eyes. Another creepy thing is, while she had her mouth closed, the face filters opened and closed their mouths. The areas she pointed it at were totally random and there was nothing that looked like a face anywhere near it. Maybe the facial recognition technology can identify ghosts. What do you think of this? Is the Snapchat app picking up ghosts or is it something else? If you think it's something else, then what is it? Next up is sitting and smiling. One man has nearly 300 4-hour-long videos on his YouTube channel of him sitting and smiling. The man is named Benjamin Bennett, and in his 4-hour-long videos he simply sits and smiles at the camera. This is a form of meditation and performance art. But in episode 270, something went awry. A man actually began breaking into Benjamin's home. Unbelievably, Benjamin does not move. You can see the absolute fear in his eyes, but he maintains his stance, sitting and smiling. Eventually, the potential burglar realizes that he's sitting in his house, and he gets scared off. But it's a good thing this burglar wasn't violent, otherwise things could have been very bad for Benjamin. It happens at the 2.5 hour mark of the video, and in the video's description he details the story even further. Next up is Not My Girlfriend. So this is perhaps one of the most famous creepy webcam videos ever recorded. One day a man from New York called Joe realizes that food is disappearing from his apartment. He confronted his girlfriend about it, but she denied it. So to try and catch his girlfriend in the act, he set up a webcam. But what he found in the morning was shocking. He sees an unknown woman who is not his girlfriend sneak into his apartment. She then steals food from Joe's fridge, drinks his milk, and even pees in his sink. This woman has actually been living in Joe's house secretly for months. He called police as soon as he saw this, and the police looked all around his house and found the woman. The woman had got homeless and found a way to sneak into Joe's apartment and live there secretly. It really makes you wonder who could be living in your house without you even knowing. Maybe that misplaced remote or piece of food wasn't done by you. Check out the poll in the top right corner to vote for the scariest webcam video on this list. I think it's Chip Chan because that is not only scary but also mysterious. If you guys want more amazing videos, check out my second channel. There's some awesome life hacks on there and there'll be a link to that on screen in a moment. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.